Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wisdom Seeker Live podcast. Glad to have you this morning. Hope you will join us. Let us know where you're joining from. And as always, of course, be sure and offer comments, questions, and engage. We always want to hear from you, especially on a day like today where we're having an open mic day. I apologize for my delay in getting started. Had some challenges with technology today. I know you all can't imagine technology not doing what you anticipate it to do. And in fact, as you can tell, I use a green screen, and you can see that behind me. So anyway, we'll just keep on rolling and see what happens. And as I always like to do, I like to start with just sharing what the concept of wisdom means to us on the show. And that is, it's a journey. It starts with gaining knowledge, either through education, through learning on our own, a combination, whatever. We just start that journey by gaining knowledge, which is helpful, but it's not the place we stop, because knowledge by itself is nothing more than just information, and information that we can likely all find via Google. So the next step in that process for us is to move into the area of understanding, which understanding comes from taking that knowledge and beginning to apply it to your experience in life, and hopefully using that knowledge to help and understand and hopefully make some good choices. And then the third step, and really kind of the most important step, though, is to move into the level of wisdom. And wisdom is basically about seeing things, applying and understanding our knowledge and understanding from a perspective that's outside of ourselves, bigger than ourselves. And so we then look at things in such a way that we see them and how they affect not just ourselves and our world, but those around us and the world around us. So the more we can move into that position as we go and grow, the better off we are, the better we make choices. And that's also where we can make those choices from a better perspective. And so we will dig into that further. Excuse me. A little dry throat this morning. So and for those of us, by the way, as we look at wisdom, if we're of a spiritual bent, we tend to see wisdom as seeing things through God's eyes. And so that we're definitely outside of ourselves and beyond thinking about everything centering around our own little world. So we had an open mic a few weeks ago. It was actually a shortened session, and we had some good conversation going on, talking about things that you like and were concerned with. And in fact, that session, we got into talk about faith and how that factors into our lives. And I really enjoyed it. And I think we had some insightful discussion, and we carried that through. And so if that's one of the topics we can certainly hit today. And when I announced this session this week, I put a poll out about having someone in our lives that can be a wise counsel for us. And it's been interesting to watch, and the comments have been interesting. For me, one of the things that I really think of is I like having some people around me that I can go to, because life is such that there's not a book out there that has every answer of every detail every day. And we have to make decisions that there is no established answer for. And so if we need help making that decision, sometimes we need others to offer wise counsel. And one of the comments that was made, and I appreciate that, finding people that are expert in what they do, really good, top of their peers in something, that's helpful. And I understand that, and I agree that that's helpful. But what I am thinking of is, again, going from the understanding level of expertise in a technical area and moving beyond that into areas where there is not a specific answer, and there is not something that we can look up and find a specific formula for. So just looking beyond the textbook answers, if you will, is what I was kind of thinking about. And I know for me, that's the areas that I need someone around that I can go to and get answers from and bounce things off of. One quick question. I am not seeing any comments. Help me out if you would. Introduce yourself so that I can see if the comments are even working this morning. Again, I started off the morning with some technical challenges, and I'm just curious to see if they are continuing or if everyone's just quiet this morning. So today is your chance to offer thoughts and questions in regards to things that you're looking for wisdom in. And in the meantime, I'll share some thoughts that I've seen as part of discussion and concerns on my network on LinkedIn, and see how that goes. Again, is if you would, as it appears that there are people out there, but I'm not seeing any comments, and that's kind of unusual from the normal audience. So if you would type in and let me know in case I've got some kind of technical issue going on. If I do, well, we'll just have to work through it and keep it going. So one of the areas that I see quite often is dealing with relationships. There are a lot of books out there, and there are people that help with relationship issues, but there are times where we have to make relationship decisions and respond, and there is no formula, book answer, or what have you for that. And so we just have to begin to have wisdom about these, because what works one time in one situation may or may not work in another situation. So we never know what to expect, and have to deal with those life situations accordingly. One of the general rules that I operate from in as part of my life, and I say general rule, it's a principle, and it's called measured response. And I think that it's a wise approach to relationships. It works also when we consider our social media activity, because if we take the time to have measured responses, then we are likely to keep ourselves from getting in trouble. Hold on just a second. I'm getting some information from some of you guys. And let's see, I hope I'm not just talking to myself here because of a technical issue. Let's see here. Bear with me a moment and we'll get this figured out. Let's see. Okay. Wow. Thank you. I have some of the folks that are regulars are sharing direct messages in LinkedIn to help overcome it. Let's see here. Okay, one of the questions that's come in and is, oops. What do you think of Valentine's Day? Was a question asked, and it's a good one. Valentine's Day is an interesting celebration, and I know there are lots of different views of Valentine's Day. Some would argue that it's just a made up holiday and just to sell candies and cards. And I get that perspective, but I think that Valentine's Day is a good opportunity to stop and reflect on and make a special effort to be able to think about the love we have for family and friends around us and take time out to especially express it. It's like anything, we can find a problem in it or we can find an opportunity in it. And I think it's an opportunity because of again, taking time, especially to focus in on being able to share love and express love, because sometimes that gets away from us. And you know what? I think I'm going to try something, gang. And those that are watching, I will post something out here in a moment, but I'm going to close out the session and open it back up because I really want to hear from you all. And let's see if that will help with engagement and being able to see comments. Again, my apologies. I don't know what's going on with the technology. So be watching for the link or the event here in just a moment. And let's try it again.